Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is breaking below this very important area of support as the price of Bitcoin is continuing the short-term rejection from this resistance and is now running into this important line of support that we need to pay attention to, while the price of Solana just perfectly hit my exact technical price target for this bearish breakdown, but is also now breaking below a very important area of support, potentially heading towards much lower price targets, while the price of XRP has still been playing out this short-term warning signal here. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Bitcoin chart, and technically speaking, despite the current short-term pullback, the price of Bitcoin has not yet confirmed any new bear market, at least as of right now. Technically speaking, we are currently forming higher lows and higher highs on this weekly time frame, which is indeed a larger bullish trend, also known as a bull market. But as always, during these larger bullish trends or bull markets here, we can of course see pullbacks and dumps and sideways consolidations here and there during the bull market, so keep that in mind. And if we're taking a look at this 4-day Bitcoin chart, technically the super trend indicator is still sitting in the green, indicating a larger bullish trend. But if we're taking a look at this weekly Bitcoin chart, as I've already been saying for the last couple of weeks now, we recently confirmed a massive warning signal in the weekly Bitcoin MACD, basically telling us we should not really be expecting a lot of bullish price action for the next few weeks, and instead we're likely going to see either a little bit more of a pullback in the price of Bitcoin, or at the very least, at the best case scenario, potentially just some choppy sideways price action over the next couple of weeks, but not really a significant amount of bullish price action. And obviously, I've already been saying that over the last couple of weeks, and since then, it has been playing out very nicely. And if we're looking at the last couple of times we saw this signal confirm, we did either see a pullback in the price of Bitcoin or potentially more of a bearish trend in the price of Bitcoin that lasted over at least around a month, or potentially multiple months, as what we saw during around mid-2024. And on top of this bearish crossover confirming and starting to play out in the weekly Bitcoin MACD, of course, we also have a massive bearish divergence on the weekly Bitcoin chart between obviously the price and the RSI, with higher highs in the price and lower highs in the RSI, which is also a major warning signal I've been talking about basically every day or every couple of days for the last 1 to 2 months now. And of course, as I've also been saying, a bearish divergence, as usual, means we're most likely going to see either some bearish price action, as the name suggests, or potentially just some choppy sideways price action. It basically just means we're losing a lot of bullish momentum right now. So essentially the bull market is slowing down, but a bearish divergence by itself does not necessarily guarantee that the bull market is completely over and we're right now starting a bear market. It does not guarantee that, because for example, we did see a small bearish divergence on the weekly Bitcoin chart around here, basically leading up to mid-2023. And of course, we did not see a major bear market following that bearish divergence right here, but we did see some more bearish price action and a pullback over the next couple of months, 1 to 2 months. And so overall, on the larger time frames, not a lot has changed over the last 1 day. Things are still perfectly playing out, as I've been saying for weeks now on the channel. Essentially, we've not confirmed any new bear market as of right now, but we should be expecting either at least a little bit more of a pullback here, or potentially at the very least, in the best case scenario, just some choppy sideways price action over the next few weeks. But honestly, I would not be surprised if we see a little bit more of a correction at some point in the next few weeks. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is indeed breaking below this area of support, which was sitting in between around 95,000 to 96,000. And the next area of support here on the 8-hour Bitcoin chart is sitting in between around 92,000 to 93,000. And around 91K approximately, that's also a very important level for the price of Bitcoin, because as we could see right around here, it's roughly around 91,000, give or take. That's essentially an important level of support, because if we break below 91,000, that could possibly confirm a larger double top, as we could see right here, because that would essentially be the neckline confirming a double top. possibly pointing towards much lower prices, like for example, back into the 70K range if we were to actually break below around 91K. But obviously, as of right now, at least at the time of recording this video, we're still holding above these important lows. And remember, in case you're new to all of this, you can actually profit from bearish price action by using things like short positions, for example. So of course, if you, for example, short when we break a key level of support to profit on that next move towards the downside, towards the next support, and then perhaps take a bit of profits out of that short position around the next area of support, that's just a very simple trading strategy to actually profit and continue to make money during this bearish price action. And if you want to get set up ready to go to take the next trading opportunity in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, obviously you have to be set up ready to go on a crypto exchange to take these trading opportunities. And personally, I've started to take more trades over on this exchange called 2bit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to 2bit below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link, guys, there are some massive bonuses that are only available using that link. So if you simply just click that link to make your account, by doing nothing other than just making your account using that link, you get a 30 USDT bonus into your account, which you can actually use to trade on 2bit. And also, if you use that link to make your account and then deposit at least 100 USDT and keep those funds in your account for at least 48 hours, you get a 20% deposit rebate. So basically, if you deposit $100, you get a $20 bonus on top of that initial bonus here. Or if you deposit $1,000, you get a $200 bonus, but that deposit rebate is up to a max of 200 USDT. So for example, if you make your account using that link, deposit, let's just say 1,000 USDT, you essentially get that 200 USDT rebate right here, $200 bonus plus the $30 bonus right here for making your account using that link. And on top of all of these bonuses just here, there's also massive trading rewards for the larger traders out there. You can get up to a brand new Mercedes-Benz. That is right, a Mercedes-Benz worth 50,000 USD just by trading crypto. And there's also other rewards here like a Rolex, massive $6,000 holiday, gold bars, Apple products, etc. simply just by trading crypto. And also, if you use the link below this video, on top of all of that, you can get VIP level fees. So basically, massive discounts on the trading fees on 2bit. So you get basically all of this right here if you simply just use the link below this video to make your account and start trading on that account. So if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, definitely check this out. Once again, first link below this video. And in case you're wondering, 2bit is indeed a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But as always, check your local regulations when it comes to trading crypto. Once again, first link below this video to 2bit. And with that being said, taking a look at this Bitcoin chart, once again, we are on our way towards this next area of support, which means potentially this previous support will flip into new resistance, sitting in between around 95,000 to 96,000, potentially acting as resistance, especially if we can confirm a candle close below this area of support. And of course, we also have more resistance closer towards around 98 to 99,000, and these other areas have not changed over the last one day. And if we're taking a look at this 4-hour Bitcoin chart, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is obviously continuing the rejection from that previous descending line of resistance, which was sitting at just underneath 98,000 from where we rejected from. And as of right now, it's sitting actually closer towards around 97,000. So if we were to see a decent bounce back to the upside, obviously we still have a lot of resistance to pay attention to. And as for support, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is currently running into this descending line of support, which is sitting at roughly around 93,500. So around 93.5K, we may find some support right there, but based on the current bearish movements, obviously we are getting potentially very close to possibly breaking below 93.5K, in which case I'd simply be watching this area of support in between 92,000 to 93,000. And technically speaking, while the price of Bitcoin is remaining above this area of support, and especially while the price is above around 91,000 approximately, technically it is possible the price can still remain within a much larger sideways price range. As we could see for the last couple of months, the price of Bitcoin has basically just been chopping around sideways within a massive sideways price range. But if we break below, especially around 91,000, that will be the point where that would potentially change and would enter into much more bearish price action over the following weeks or possibly months, possibly below around 80,000, possibly back into the 70K range if 91k breaks. I want to make that clear. As of right now, at least at the time of recording this video, we've not yet confirmed that scenario. And if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is wiping out that area of liquidity that I've been talking about over the last couple of days, which was sitting at just underneath 94,000, around 93.6k to 93.8k approximately. We did have a decent amount of liquidity right there. And as of recording this video, like I just said, the price is wiping out that liquidity. In other words, a bunch of long positions as of right now are currently getting liquidated, which is adding to the sell pressure. When a long gets liquidated or when a long position closes, that essentially means more sell pressure, dumping the price further. So that's what is currently happening right now. We're liquidating long positions, which is potentially one of the reasons as to why we're currently seeing a relatively quick move, at least in the short term, to the downside. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, as of right now, the price of ETH is still just trading within this short-term sideways price range, bouncing around between support and resistance. First of all, in case you're new to the channel, this retracement level of support, the 50% retracement level, is sitting at around 2.5k, and this Fibonacci level of resistance, which was previous support, is sitting at around 2.8k. So right now, the price is just bouncing around between around 2,500 to 2.8k. But if we were to actually confirm a break, let's just say below around 2,500 with candle closes below that level, in that case, I'll be targeting around 2.3k as an important level on the price chart. And just below 2.3k, we have the important golden pocket area of support in between 2,150 to 2.2k. And as for other points of resistance, if we actually can finally see a confirmed breakout above 2.8k, in that case, I'll be targeting around 3,000 to 3.1k as the next resistance. But overall, not a lot has changed over the last 1 day for Ethereum. And of course, as I usually say, the price of ETH, along with a lot of the major altcoins out there, will likely follow similar price action to what Bitcoin is doing. Of course, not the exact same price action, but similar price action. So in other words, if the price of Bitcoin has a major dump or major pump, expect something similar for a lot of the major altcoins, Ethereum included. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at the price of Solana on the 8-hour time frame, at the time of recording this video, the price of Solana has actually just hit my technical price target to the downside from this triangle pattern. Obviously, the moment we confirmed an 8-hour candle close just below around $192. So basically, when the price was still at around $190 and starting to break below around 190, it was at that point where I said we are targeting around 167 to 168 as a technical price target currently active. But right now, we've now actually successfully hit that price target and even slightly surpassed that price target. So obviously, if you shorted this move right here, if you took this trading opportunity as a very simple trading strategy, if you simply just shorted the price of Solana once we actually confirmed the break below this triangle pattern right here, that was the signal to enter a short position. And then if you maybe took a bit of profits around support and then a bit of profits around the price target, of course, you would have done very well, actually making money while everyone else is losing money during this bearish price action. And so if you're new to all of this, it's important to understand that bearish price action is not always bad. It doesn't always mean losing money. You can profit from bearish price action along the way to the downside. And even if you're not leverage trading, of course, you can use bearish price action to your advantage by simply just buying some cheaper crypto assets at lower prices. And obviously, over the last 1 day, the price of Solana has broken well below this previous area of support, which was sitting in between around 178 to 183. And as I said, over the last couple of days, if the price breaks below that area, expect a continued drop to the downside towards this price target at around 167. And of course, the next area of support in between around 156 to 161. And as of right now, at the time of recording this video, the price of Solana has actually seen a slight little bounce from that support at very close to 161. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at this Solana chart on the daily time frame, taking a look at the Fibonacci retracement tool on the linear settings, we have the golden pocket area of support, which was sitting in between around 181 to 187 approximately. And of course, over the last 1 day, we have just confirmed a daily candle close below the all-important $180 level. That was a crucial level for the price of Solana. So the next Fibonacci level of support is the 78.6% Fibonacci level of support, which is sitting at around $150 157 to 158 approximately. So basically very close to that 160 level and just underneath 160. That is the next important level of support to pay attention to. And if we start breaking below around 157 to 158, in that case, we'll likely drop down towards basically just underneath 140, and then perhaps in the high 130 range, like for example 138 give or take, we'll likely find support around there if we first break below around 158. But for now, we do have that support to watch out for. And in terms of the short-term trend and momentum, obviously, as I've been saying since especially we broke below the support line for this triangle pattern, activating the bearish price target, the short-term trend and momentum is simply bearish for the price of Solana. And if we're taking a look at the price of XRP on the daily time frame, obviously, like I usually say, XRP, along with a lot of the major altcoins, will follow similar price action to what Bitcoin is doing. So with Bitcoin having a bit of a pullback at the moment, XRP is doing the same thing and potentially about to invalidate that previous attempted breakout above this area of resistance, which was sitting in between around $2.58 to $2.73. And of course, right now, that will be a bearish signal if we confirm a daily candle close back below around 258, basically flipping that once again into new resistance. But we could still be looking okay if the price of XRP actually forms a higher low above this previous low. So even if we confirm this break back below this area on the price chart, of course, we will likely find a resistance again in that area. But if we form some sort of higher low above, let's just say around $2.30, if we can bottom here before $2.30, that could still be good news for the price of XRP, because of course a higher low is bullish price structure. But as of right now, that is still remaining to be seen. And of course, the next important area of support is really sitting in between around $2.25 to $2.30 as important support. And we also have more important support at around $2. But we do have some other potential points of support, like for example, around $2.46 to $2.47. We may find some support around there based on previous resistance flipping into new support. But technically speaking, the larger bearish divergence here for the price of XRP is technically still currently active. We've not yet confirmed any invalidation signal to properly invalidate the larger bearish divergence, which means overall we should be expecting either a bit more of a pullback or at the very least some choppy sideways price action as the most common outcomes from a bearish divergence. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 2-hour time frame, obviously over the last half a week, give or take, a short-term bearish divergence has been pretty much perfectly playing out as expected, as I've been warning about every day over the last half a week since all the way back up here. In fact, it was right around here where I said that is a good time to potentially take profits out of any long positions for the price of XRP here. But as of right now, based on where we're sitting at the time of recording this video, I would not necessarily rely on this bearish divergence for too much longer. And of course, I said that in my last video. I said basically the bearish divergence, at least on the 2-hour time frame, is approaching its end, but we've not yet confirmed an invalidation signal. So as I said in my last video, it's technically still playing out, but don't necessarily expect it to play out too much longer. And what I'm saying today is basically like what I said yesterday. We've not yet confirmed an invalidation, so technically speaking, this bearish divergence is still active. And of course, the larger bearish divergence is also still active, but it is worth pointing out that on the 2-hour time frame, we are right now getting very close, not yet, but getting very close to oversold territories, which means we're getting very close to potentially some sort of local low and some sort of relief that could happen at some point in the next couple of days. But once again, we're not yet in oversold territories, so it is possible we could go a little bit lower before then seeing some sort of relief. But essentially at some point in the next couple of days or so, we're likely going to see a little bit of a relief from all of this bearish price action. And if we're taking a look at the price of Chainlink on the daily time frame, as of recording this video, the price of Chainlink is testing a very important level of support, which is this 50% retracement level sitting at around $17.60 to $17.70 approximately. And at the time of recording this video, we're trading ever so slightly below that level of support, but we've not yet actually confirmed a daily candle close below that level of support. So technically, we still need to wait for confirmation here. But if we actually confirm confirm a daily candle close well below that level of support, then in that case, the next important area of support is, of course, the golden pocket, which is sitting in between around $14.90 to $15.50. So we could likely see around a $15 Chainlink again if we first confirm a break below this 50% retracement level, as I just mentioned. But if we can quickly reclaim that level and ideally get back above around ideally $18 in the next few hours before the daily candle close, but at the very least getting back above around $17.60 to $17.70 over the next few hours before the daily candle close, then we can potentially avoid confirming the break to the downside here and continue finding support along this retracement level. And as for resistance, we still have a lot of resistance in between around $19.50 to $20, as I've already been warning about for a while now on the channel since before all of these latest rejections from that exact area. And the larger price structure or the larger trend on this daily time frame for the price of Chainlink is clearly bearish. We are forming lower highs and lower lows, which is bearish price structure. And of course, we've been breaking below levels of support and not really seeing any major breakouts above resistance. So that's all bearish price structure. But in the shorter term, over the last 1 to 2 weeks, we have been relatively neutral. So the short-term trend has been neutral while the larger trend has been bearish. But if we confirm a break below this 50% retracement level, that would flip the short-term trend bearish as well, basically with another leg to the downside within the larger bearish trend. But remember, you can trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto to profit no matter what the price is doing. And once again, if you want to trade any of these moves, check out the links below this video to those exchanges if you want to claim massive bonuses that you can only claim using those links. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.